Hello everyone, this is the 18th Machzor Maven dedicated to the memory of Lucy Maya and Rina D. Zichronam Livracha. And I'd like to speak about another famous part of our davening, especially on these particular days, but not only, and that is Avinu Malkeinu. It is definitely a part of our davening except for Shabbos. It's the final prayer of Ne'ilah outside of the psukim we say at the end. And indeed, we say it on fast days throughout the year. I believe that this prayer is so unique for two reasons. Number one, Rabbi Akiva actually said this prayer when there was a terrible drought and no other prayers were answered. When he finally said Avinu Malkeinu, his prayers were answered and the drought stopped and rain started to fall. But there's a second reason why it's unique, and that is because we approach God, as we discussed before, in two ways, near and far. First of all, Avinu, our Father. If God is our Father, we have a very clear, open, and I would even say easy access to God. On the other hand, He's Malkeinu. He's the King over the entire universe, and therefore there's a protocol how to approach the King. You don't just come in and say, hey, how are you? There's a protocol of how to come in, what to do, how to do it, how to leave, etc. If you don't believe me, then please watch on Netflix the wonderful series called The Crown, and you'll see how do you come into a queen. It's not just you're not going to do and say, hi, queen. And indeed, when we daven, we come before God with these two aspects. As I said before regarding shuckling, near and far, Avinu and Malkeinu. And what's interesting is, 3 times during Musaf, we make reference to this dual relationship in the piyut that we say right after the shofar blowing. Hayom Harat Olam, or when it comes out on Shabbos like this year, even without shofar blowing at the end of Malchiyot, Zichronot, and Shofarot. In that piyut of Hayom Harat Olam, we say Im Kevanim Ve'im Ka'avadim. We come before you either, or I would like to say both, as children and as servants. And indeed, there are parts of our davening that show the amazing sovereignty and kingship of God, and there's parts of the davening that shows that God is very close to us. Thus, many a times during our service, you could see we change tenses. We go from the third person to the second person easily, simply because we're constantly hammering home this point of Avinu and Malkeinu, near and far. Wishing you all a wonderful day.